Imagine a world where anxiety doesn't rule your day. Picture yourself navigating the chaos of modern life with a sense of calm and purpose. This isn't a fantasy, it's the promise of Stoicism, and more specifically, the teachings of Seneca. Seneca was a Roman philosopher who lived 2,000 years ago, yet his words have an uncanny ability to resonate with the anxieties and aspirations of the 21st century. Seneca's wisdom isn't found in dusty old books. It lives and breathes in the way we approach our daily lives. He taught us to focus on what we can control, to find joy in simplicity, and to face challenges with courage and resilience. In a world obsessed with fleeting happiness, Seneca's insights offer a roadmap to enduring fulfillment. Born in 4 BC, Seneca witnessed the Roman Empire at its zenith and grappled with its inherent complexities. He served as an advisor to Emperor Nero, navigating the treacherous waters of politics while advocating for virtue and reason. His life, marked by both influence and exile, serves as a testament to the enduring power of his beliefs. Seneca's writings, including Letters from a Stoic, On the Shortness of Life and On the Happy Life, offer profound reflections on human nature, morality, and the pursuit of happiness. These works aren't just philosophical treatises, they're personal letters, insightful essays, and compelling arguments aimed at guiding his fellow humans towards a better way of living. His words have echoed through the ages, influencing thinkers, leaders, and everyday individuals seeking meaning in a complex world. From the Renaissance to the present day, Seneca's ideas have experienced a resurgence, offering solace and guidance to those grappling with the challenges of modern existence. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, Seneca's Letters from a Stoic emerges as a beacon of wisdom, guiding us towards inner peace amidst the storms of life. Written as a series of letters to his friend Lucilius, this collection offers timeless advice on cultivating resilience, mastering our emotions, and living a virtuous life. Imagine receiving a letter from a wise mentor, each word carefully chosen to illuminate a path towards greater self-awareness and inner strength. Seneca reminds us that true freedom lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering our internal responses to them. He writes, "The good things which belong to prosperity are to be wished, but the good things which belong to adversity are to be admired." In these words, we discover the essence of Stoic resilience, the ability to find strength and even opportunity in the face of adversity. How often do we allow external circumstances to dictate our emotional well-being? Seneca challenges us to break free from this reactive cycle and cultivate a sense of inner calm that transcends the ups and downs of life. He doesn't advocate for emotional detachment, but rather a shift in perspective, one that allows us to experience the full spectrum of human emotions without being consumed by them. One of the most powerful concepts woven throughout Letters from a Stoic is the importance of focusing on what lies within our control. Seneca understood that true happiness and fulfillment aren't found in external validation or material possessions, but in the pursuit of virtue and the development of our inner character. He writes, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Imagine our lives as gardens. We can't control the weather or the quality of the soil, but we can choose which seeds we plant and how diligently we tend to them." Similarly, Seneca encourages us to focus our energy on cultivating the virtues within our control: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. For these are the seeds of a fulfilling and meaningful life. Seneca reminds us that the pursuit of virtue is an ongoing journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt, but it is through these experiences that we develop resilience and grow stronger in our convictions. He writes, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, we transform obstacles into stepping stones on the path to self-mastery. Centuries after they were penned, Seneca's letters continue to resonate with readers from all walks of life. Why do these ancient words hold such enduring relevance in our modern world? Perhaps it's because the human condition, with its inherent struggles and aspirations, transcends time and place. We may face different challenges than our Roman counterparts, But the fundamental questions of how to live well, navigate adversity, and find meaning in our experiences remain timeless. In a world often characterized by busyness, distraction, and a constant pursuit of external validation, Seneca's teachings offer a refreshing antidote. He reminds us to slow down, to cultivate self-awareness, and to seek fulfillment from within rather than from fleeting external sources. His words challenge us to examine our values, to prioritize what truly matters, and to live with intention and purpose. Letters from a Stoic isn't just a collection of philosophical musings. It's a practical guide to navigating the complexities of life with greater resilience, purpose, and inner peace. By embracing Seneca's teachings, we can cultivate the inner strength and clarity needed to thrive in our modern world while remaining connected to the timeless wisdom of the past. In our fast-paced modern world where every second seems accounted for, Seneca's words from On the Shortness of Life strike a resounding chord. He reminds us that time, once past, is gone forever, a universal truth that transcends generations. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, constantly chasing deadlines and scrolling through endless feeds. But Seneca urges us to pause and contemplate the precious and finite nature of our existence. He writes, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Life is long if you know how to use it. Imagine a jar, representing our lives, and each grain of sand within it, a precious moment. Are we filling our jars with meaningful experiences, or are we letting them slip through our fingers grain by grain on trivial pursuits? Seneca isn't advocating for a life devoid of leisure or enjoyment. Instead, he challenges us to be mindful of how we spend our time, to distinguish between fleeting pleasures and pursuits that truly enrich our lives. He encourages us to live with intention, making conscious choices about how we allocate our most valuable resource. In today's world of endless options and distractions, the art of prioritization has become more crucial than ever. Seneca's teachings provide a framework for discerning what truly matters, helping us to design a life aligned with our values and aspirations. He writes, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Without a clear sense of direction, we become vulnerable to the whims of external forces, our time and energy pulled in countless directions. Imagine a compass, representing our internal compass, guiding us towards a life of purpose and fulfillment. Seneca encourages us to identify our values, our passions, and our aspirations, for these serve as the guiding stars that illuminate our path. By aligning our actions with our values, we infuse our lives with meaning and intentionality. Seneca reminds us that while we can't control the length of our lives, we have the power to determine its depth and richness. By prioritizing meaningful relationships, pursuing our passions, and contributing to something larger than ourselves, we expand our experience of time, making each day feel full and vibrant. One of Seneca's most profound teachings lies in his emphasis on embracing the present moment. In a world that often pulls us between regrets of the past and anxieties about the future, Seneca reminds us that the only moment we truly have is now. He writes, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing." Imagine a river, constantly flowing, representing the ever-changing nature of time. We can't stop the flow of the river, but we can choose to dive in and experience its currents fully. Dwelling on the past is like trying to swim upstream, while worrying about the future is like being swept away by the current. True peace, Seneca argues, is found in embracing the present moment, allowing ourselves to be fully immersed in the experience of life as it unfolds. Seneca's message is a powerful antidote to the modern tendency to live in a state of perpetual distraction. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop a deeper appreciation for the simple joys of life, a warm breeze, a heartfelt conversation, the beauty of nature. In these moments, we discover a sense of contentment and fulfillment that transcends the fleeting pleasures of the material world. In a world obsessed with the pursuit of happiness, Seneca's On the Happy Life offers a refreshingly countercultural perspective. He challenges us to look beyond the fleeting pleasures of wealth, fame, and material possessions, and instead to seek happiness from within. Imagine a world where contentment isn't found in external validation, but in living in accordance with our values and embracing a life of virtue. Seneca argues that true happiness, or what the Stoics called eudaimonia, is not a fleeting emotion but a state of being, a life lived in harmony with our nature as rational and virtuous beings. He writes, "The happy life is a life that is in harmony with its own nature. It's about aligning our actions with our values, pursuing excellence in our endeavors, and finding contentment in the pursuit of wisdom and virtue." This doesn't mean we should shun material comforts or live an austere life. Instead, Seneca encourages us to view these things with indifference, recognizing that true happiness doesn't depend on their presence or absence. He believed that by detaching ourselves from external validators of happiness, we free ourselves to find true and lasting fulfillment from within. Central to Seneca's vision of a happy life is the concept of living in agreement with nature. But what does this mean in a practical sense? For Seneca, it involves recognizing our interconnectedness with the universe and living in accordance with the rational principles that govern it. Imagine a world where our actions are guided by reason, virtue, and a deep understanding of our place in the grand scheme of things. This means accepting what we cannot control, focusing on what is within our power, and striving to live virtuously in all our dealings. Seneca reminds us that external events have no power over our inner state unless we allow them to. He writes, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." By cultivating self-control, resilience, and a sense of perspective, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. Living in harmony with nature also involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. Just as a forest thrives on the well-being of all its inhabitants, so too does human society benefit from individuals who strive to live virtuously and contribute to the common good. Seneca believed that true happiness is found not in selfish pursuits, but in using our talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world around us. Centuries after it was written, On the Happy Life continues to resonate with readers seeking guidance on how to live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In a world often driven by consumerism, competition, and the relentless pursuit of external validation, Seneca's teachings offer a refreshing alternative. They remind us that true happiness isn't found in acquiring more, but in appreciating what we have, cultivating inner peace, and living in accordance with our values. Imagine a world where success is measured not by material wealth, but by the strength of our character, the depth of our relationships, and the contributions we make to our communities. This is the world Seneca envisioned, a world where happiness is not a destination, but a journey, a lifelong pursuit of wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. By embracing Seneca's teachings, we can challenge the prevailing narratives of happiness and redefine success on our own terms. We can cultivate a deep sense of contentment that transcends the ups and downs of life, finding joy in the simple things and meaning in the pursuit of a life well lived. On the Happy Life is not just a philosophical treatise, it's a call to action, an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery and create a life that is both fulfilling and truly our own. In the tapestry of human emotions, anger stands out as a particularly potent and often destructive force. Seneca, in his insightful work on anger, delves into the depths of this fiery emotion, exploring its origins, its consequences, and most importantly, how to tame its destructive power. Imagine anger as a wildfire, capable of consuming everything in its path if left unchecked. Seneca recognized that anger is not only outwardly destructive, but also inwardly corrosive. He writes, "Anger is a brief madness. When we succumb to anger, we relinquish control of our rational faculties, allowing this primal emotion to dictate our thoughts, words, and actions. In those moments, we are not our best selves. We are driven by impulse rather than reason, often leaving a trail of destruction in our wake." Seneca didn't advocate for the suppression of anger altogether. He understood that anger, when channeled appropriately, could be a catalyst for positive change. However, he stressed the importance of distinguishing between righteous anger, which arises from a sense of injustice, and the impulsive, destructive anger that often stems from our own unchecked egos and desires. Recognizing the destructive potential of anger, Seneca offers practical strategies for managing this volatile emotion. He emphasizes the importance of delay, writing. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Imagine a pot of boiling water. If we keep adding fuel to the fire, the water will continue to boil over. Similarly, when we react to anger in the heat of the moment, we only add fuel to the flames. Seneca advises us to create space between the stimulus and our response. Take a deep breath, step away from the situation, and allow yourself time to cool down. This pause, however brief, can make all the difference in preventing a momentary lapse in judgment from escalating into a regrettable action. By delaying our reaction, we give our rational minds a chance to catch up with our emotions. In addition to delay, Seneca emphasizes the importance of perspective. He encourages us to ask ourselves, will this matter in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years? Often the things that trigger our anger are fleeting and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. By broadening our perspective, we can diminish the power these triggers hold over our emotional well-being. In today's world, where outrage and indignation seem to be constantly simmering just below the surface, Seneca's teachings on anger management are more relevant than ever. We are bombarded with information, much of it designed to provoke an emotional response. Social media, news cycles, and even our daily interactions can feel like minefields of potential triggers. However, Seneca reminds us that we have a choice in how we respond to these stimuli. We can choose to engage in the outrage Olympics, allowing ourselves to be swept away by every wave of indignation, or we can cultivate a sense of inner peace that transcends the external chaos. Imagine a sturdy oak tree standing tall amidst a raging storm. Its roots run deep, anchoring it firmly to the ground, allowing it to weather any tempest. This inner peace doesn't come from ignoring the world's problems or pretending that anger is not a valid emotion. Instead, it comes from understanding the nature of anger, recognizing our own triggers, and developing the emotional intelligence to respond to challenging situations with wisdom, compassion, and a commitment to our own well-being. By mastering our anger, we not only create a more peaceful internal world, but also contribute to a more harmonious external one. In the heart of Seneca's philosophy lies a profound yearning for inner peace, a state of being he eloquently explores in On the Tranquility of Mind. Imagine a tranquil lake, its surface undisturbed by the winds of worry or the storms of external chaos. This is the image Seneca evokes as he guides us towards cultivating a mind that remains calm and steady amidst life's inevitable turbulence. Seneca understood that true tranquility is not the absence of challenges or difficulties, but the ability to navigate them with a sense of inner peace and equanimity. He writes, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. It's about finding a place of stillness within ourselves, a sanctuary where we can find refuge from the constant bombardment of external stimuli and the anxieties of daily life. This inner sanctuary is not a place of passivity or detachment, but rather a source of strength and resilience. It's from this place of inner calm that we can access our wisdom, make clear decisions, and respond to life's challenges with grace and composure." Seneca believed that by cultivating a tranquil mind, we become less vulnerable to the whims of fate and more capable of shaping our own destinies. Seneca didn't just offer lofty ideals. He provided practical tools and strategies for cultivating inner tranquility. He emphasized the importance of self-reflection, urging us to examine our thoughts, beliefs, and values to identify any internal sources of turmoil. Imagine our minds as gardens, and our thoughts as the seeds we plant. Just as weeds can choke out beautiful flowers, so too can negative or unproductive thoughts hinder our pursuit of inner peace. Seneca encourages us to cultivate mindfulness, paying attention to our thoughts without judgment and gently redirecting our attention to the present moment. He also stresses the importance of living in accordance with nature, recognizing that true peace comes from aligning our actions with our values and accepting the things we cannot control. Another key to tranquility, according to Seneca, is finding contentment in simplicity. In a world that often equates happiness with material possessions and external achievements, he reminds us that true fulfillment comes from within. By appreciating the simple joys of life, meaningful relationships, acts of kindness, the beauty of the natural world, we can cultivate a deep sense of gratitude and contentment that transcends the fleeting pleasures of material wealth. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, finding tranquility can feel like an elusive pursuit. We are bombarded with information, our attention pulled in countless directions, and the pressure to achieve and succeed can feel relentless. Yet it is precisely in these chaotic times that Seneca's teachings on tranquility become most relevant. Imagine a world where instead of being swept away by the constant stream of notifications and demands on our time, we can create pockets of stillness in our day, moments of quiet reflection where we can reconnect with ourselves and find a sense of inner peace. This is the gift Seneca offers us, the wisdom to navigate the challenges of modern life with grace, resilience, and a deep sense of inner calm. By incorporating Seneca's teachings into our daily lives, we can cultivate the inner strength and resilience needed to thrive in the midst of chaos. We can learn to manage our thoughts and emotions more effectively, to find contentment in simplicity, and to approach life's challenges with a sense of perspective and equanimity. On the Tranquility of Mind is not just a philosophical treatise, it's a roadmap to a more peaceful and fulfilling life, a journey that begins with a single step inward. As we conclude our exploration of Seneca's profound works, we find ourselves not in a dusty library of ancient texts, but amidst the bustling streets of our modern world, armed with timeless wisdom to navigate its complexities. Seneca's words, echoing through the centuries, serve as a guiding light, illuminating a path towards a more fulfilling and meaningful life. His teachings, far from being relics of the past, offer practical solutions to the challenges we face today, from managing our emotions to finding purpose in a world often driven by external validation. Imagine carrying Seneca's insights in your pocket, like a compass always pointing towards inner peace and virtue, no matter how turbulent the journey becomes. His words remind us that true happiness is not a destination, but a way of traveling, a conscious choice to approach life's ups and downs with resilience, reason, and a commitment to living in accordance with our values. In a world often defined by what we consume and acquire, Seneca challenges us to look inward, to cultivate the garden of our own souls, and to find contentment in the pursuit of wisdom, virtue, and inner peace. His legacy is not confined to the pages of his books. It lives and breathes in the lives of those who choose to embrace his teachings. It's in the quiet moments of self-reflection, in the conscious effort to manage our anger, in the choice to prioritize meaningful relationships over fleeting pursuits. Seneca's wisdom is a gift that keeps on giving, offering solace, guidance, and a profound sense of purpose to all who seek it. As we navigate the complexities of our modern world, let us remember Seneca's timeless advice: embrace wisdom, live virtuously, and seek tranquility. These three pillars, intricately interwoven, form the foundation of a fulfilling and meaningful life. Embrace wisdom by cultivating a thirst for knowledge, by seeking out mentors and teachings that resonate with your soul, and by engaging in deep self-reflection to uncover your own inner truth. Live virtuously by aligning your actions with your values, by treating others with kindness and compassion, and by striving to make a positive impact on the world around you. Seek tranquility not as an escape from life's challenges, but as a source of strength and resilience to face them with grace and composure. Cultivate mindfulness, practice gratitude, and find joy in the simple things that bring you peace. The journey towards a life guided by Seneca's wisdom is not always easy, but it is a journey worth taking. It is a journey of self-discovery, of growth, and of cultivating a deep sense of inner peace that transcends the external circumstances of our lives. It is a journey that invites us to live with intention, to embrace our shared humanity, and to strive towards a life filled with purpose, meaning, and a profound sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. Remember, Seneca's wisdom is not a destination but a compass, guiding us towards a life of virtue, tranquility, and fulfillment. The choice is ours to embrace it.